Most people have great goals. I want to increase my income and lose weight and get out of debt and be thin and happy and healthy and have a wonderful family. But then they decide, but before I start, I'm going to take a vacation to a beautiful place called Someday Isle. And in my estimation, 80% of the population lives on Someday Isle. Someday I'll lose some weight, and someday I'll read that book and listen to that program and join the Yes Network, and someday I'll get out of debt, someday I'll increase my income, but it's always Someday Isle. If you want to be a great success, there's one simple rule, is vote yourself off the island for life. If you decide you're going to do something, do it. You know, they've done dozens and dozens of studies over the years. They find that there's one major difference between successful people and unsuccessful people. Is successful people launch. They start. They get on with it. They just do it. Unsuccessful people get the same ideas and the same information, but they've always got an excuse for not starting.
Many of you are denied your dream and your goal because you have a consistency versus an intensity problem. Consistency is when you do something. Intensity is how you do something. And that's why many of you, no matter what you do, no matter how much you do, you gonna be denied because you think that just being consistent at something is gonna let you win. You know, if I just keep practicing, I just stay around this team, sooner or later I'll make it. No, you won't. Because consistency does not guarantee you the win. Many of you, as bad as you don't want to accept this, you're never gonna win. Because you're not intense enough.
That's what gives me confidence, is facing these things, overcoming them. And maybe not overcoming them every day, but facing them. It's not in that comfort zone. It's in the discomfort zone is where my confidence is getting built. Mm-hmm. That's where it's getting built. But people want an easier answer. There has to be an easier way. There's not. I'm sorry. You know what gives me confidence? What gives you confidence is not being afraid. It's overcoming the fear.
I'm asking you to correct that. I'm asking you to see if you can possibly be on a more accelerated track toward your possibilities and your full development. The key to development is to be all that you can possibly be. I don't know what your talents are. I don't know what your skills are, but here's what I probably am right on, that you're behind on an accelerated effort toward your full development.
The hardest working you've ever been, the most crazy focused you've ever been, was the happiest you've ever been in your life. And the truth of the matter is that most of you don't understand the effort, the time, the focus, the obsessiveness that's required to do something great with your life. But you have to get great, and you have to be intentional. You have to be obsessed. Yeah. I know what you put into this. I know what the time is. I know what the relentless pace is. I know what the focus is. I know what you think about. I know this has to be something that's just infectious, and when people get around you, it emanates, and there's an energy, and there's like, this person's just going to will this to happen.
Right.
I think just most people dramatically underestimate the amount of obsessive, crazy, relentless focus it takes to be great at something.
Yes.
And then they go, whoa, I don't want to be that out of balance or control. Then you don't want to be great.
So if you keep yourself all vague and foggy, which is real easy, because that's just a matter of not doing as well, then you don't know when you fail. And people might say, well, I really don't want to know when I fail because that's painful. So I'll keep myself blind about when I fail. That's fine, except you'll fail all the time then. You just won't know it until you failed so badly that you're done. And that can easily happen by the time you're 40. So I would recommend that you don't let that happen. So that's willful blindness, right? You could have known, but you chose not to. And that's where something like a schedule can be unbelievably useful. Google Calendar. It's like, make a damn schedule and stick to it.
I am going to become so busy working on my future and my goals that I don't have time to think about the past.
And before you embark on this journey, mentally, you have to prepare yourself for it. Knowing it's going to get worse before it gets better.
If you have micro focus, if you can get a chance to pay attention to detail, that's how you break out of the pack. That's how you go from being average to above average performer. With focus, you are unstoppable.
We have an opportunity to figure out a solution. When things are going bad, there's going to be some good that will come from it. Mission got canceled? Good. We can focus on another one. Didn't get promoted? Good. More time to get better. Didn't get funded? Good. We own more of the company. Didn't get the job you wanted? Good. Go out, gain more experience, build a better resume. Got injured? Good. Needed a break from training. Got beat? Good. We learned.
It's not easy to achieve a happy and fulfilled life. It's not easy getting up every day, fighting, going through the daily struggles, getting rejected constantly, getting laughed at all the time, going through trials and tribulations, facing the pain of defeat over and over again. It is not easy. But if you do it, it is worth it.
In today's fast-changing world, dealing with distractions has become really important. We are bombarded with a lot of information messages and things that need our attention. All this can steer us away from what's really important. In the midst all this noise, learning how to concentrate better has become not just a skill, but something really needed to get things done, think clearly, and grow personally. Picture this. You're sitting at your desk, ready to tackle an important task. You've got your to-do list in hand, your goals mapped out, and your intentions set. Yet, as you open your email to respond to a crucial message, you find yourself entangled in a web of notifications, advertisements, and unrelated messages. Minutes turn into hours, and before you know it, your precious focused thinking time has dissipated into a whirlwind of distractions. So how can we regain control over our attention and harness the power of focused thinking? The journey begins with a commitment to prioritization. It's all too easy to fall into the trap of tackling tasks based on their perceived ease, urgency, or complexity. However, the path to true productivity lies in identifying and addressing tasks that yield the highest returns. By embracing the principle of first things first, we can minimize distractions and direct our efforts towards endeavors that truly matter. Yet, prioritization alone is not enough. In a world filled with constant connectivity, carving out dedicated time for focused thinking has become a deliberate act of defiance against the tide of interruptions. Think of it as a mental sanctuary, a space where ideas can be nurtured, strategies can be formulated, and creativity can flourish without the intrusion of notifications or external demands. Whether it's finding solace in a cozy corner, a quiet room, or even a park bench, creating an environment conducive to deep thought is a cornerstone of effective focused thinking. For leaders and individuals alike, the challenge often lies in striking a balance between accessibility and introspection. As someone responsible for leading multiple companies, I'm no stranger to the tension between being available to others and finding moments of solitude for focused thinking. The key lies in recognizing the value of both interactions. Engaging with people allows us to understand their needs, concerns, and aspirations, while moments of withdrawal grant us the space to ideate, innovate, and envision ways to add value to their lives. The age-old adage of being present takes on new dimensions in the context of focused thinking. Wherever we are, be it amidst a bustling crowd or in the solitude of our chosen thinking spot, our presence holds the power to shape the quality of our interactions and the depth of our reflections. Being truly present means immersing ourselves in the moment, whether it's a conversation with a colleague or a session of uninterrupted contemplation. Yet, even the most conducive environment and the best intentions can falter in the face of multitasking. In a world that glorifies juggling multiple tasks at once, research reveals a different truth. Shifting between tasks too frequently can result in a loss of efficiency, up to a staggering 40%. The antidote to this lies in the practice of single tasking. Focusing on one task at a time allows us to channel our energy and attention fully, leading to improved productivity and a deeper level of engagement with our work. Reflect on your own habits. When do you experience your peak thinking moments? For me, it's the morning. Recognizing these patterns can help us optimize our schedule for focused thinking. Reserving mornings for contemplative tasks and deliberately delaying the onslaught of emails until later in the day can offer uninterrupted time to engage with our thoughts, prioritize our tasks, and make significant headway in our goals. Drawing from the wisdom of Ralph Waldo Emerson, the renowned transcendental thinker, concentration emerges as the bedrock of strength across various domains. Concentration isn't just about tuning out distractions. It's about keeping essential matters at the forefront of our minds. Techniques like visual reminders and the support of an assistant can aid in maintaining this concentration. These strategies have sustained me for decades, keeping my ideas sharp and my focus unwavering. When it comes to goals, the clarity of purpose becomes paramount. Goals aren't just destinations to reach. They are guiding stars that illuminate our path. As you set your goals, remember the threefold criteria: clarity, attainability, and transformative impact. Writing down your goals crystallizes your intentions and serves as a compass to navigate the complexities of your journey. In the grand tapestry of personal growth, regular self-assessment is a thread that should never be ignored. It's the compass that helps us navigate through the maze of distractions and busy work. Take a moment to reflect on your progress. Is your investment of focused thinking time yielding tangible results? Are your actions aligning with your goals and commitments? Is your trajectory leading you towards the realization of your dreams? The art of focused thinking isn't just about managing distractions. It's about curating an environment that nurtures creativity, amplifies productivity, and propels personal growth by embracing deliberate prioritization, creating sacred spaces for contemplation, and balancing accessibility with solitude. We can harness the power of focused thinking to lead more intentional, fulfilling lives. Remember, in a world that constantly vies for our attention, the ability to direct our focus is nothing short of revolutionary. Life's easy when you live it the hard way, and hard if you try to live it the easy way. Self-discipline means living your life the hard way, resisting temptations and instant gratification in order to receive bigger and better rewards in the future. It's certainly easier to avoid all kinds of discomfort and indulge yourself whenever you want, but in the end, all that you get from that approach is fleeting pleasure, now at the expense of your future, which otherwise could have been much better. Consider a weak-willed person who, when faced with a challenge, immediately opts out. How likely is this person to achieve anything substantial in life if their primary value is to feel comfortable? How is this person going to manage a crisis that they must face? Even a relatively insignificant problem can become an insurmountable obstacle for a person. who's been living a sheltered life and always avoided what's difficult or disagreeable. Now, contrast that with a person who voluntarily makes his or her life harder. They seek out and welcome challenges as opportunities to grow. Each self-imposed affliction strengthens them so that fewer and fewer difficulties in life overwhelm them. Day by day, they immunize themselves against problems precisely because they seek them out. When life deals them an unexpected blow, they're ready to handle it because, thanks to living their lives the hard way, they're always ready for hardships. When you look at some of the most successful high performers, it might be tempting to say that they were born this way. They're talented, end of story. In fact, talent, while undeniably makes life easier, is but one part of the equation. I used to be a shy and fearful person. If you compared me, the awkward outsider, with the most successful guys at school, you could say they were born talented to be popular, liked, and as alpha male as you could get. Well, I didn't have such luck. However, my apparent misfortune turned out to be a source of strength because it provided a spark to introduce big changes in my life. By continuously pushing my comfort zone, I not only overcame social shyness and improved my communication skills, but also developed high self-confidence and overcame other fears in my life. I might not have been born with the talent to be a people person. I still prefer solitude to crowds, but with self-discipline and consistent work, I still achieved astounding results. Next time, before you complain that you don't have a talent for something or weren't born this way, remind yourself that self-discipline in many situations can more than make up for a lack of inborn traits. Your choices are made in a moment, but their consequences will transcend a lifetime. Humans have the capacity to act against their urges in exchange for a better future. Unfortunately, many people live by the principle of if it feels good, do it, and if it doesn't, don't do it. Caving into your temptations whenever you feel them emerge is like relinquishing your humanity in a way. As an intelligent human being, you have an ability, and I dare say an obligation, to make decisions that are based on rational thinking, not on your instincts alone. Strive to be a better human and embrace your humanity by exercising your willpower muscle instead of succumbing to your most primal and least helpful for your long-term goals. Part of the brain. Your most primal instincts may provide temporary comfort, but seldom are good for the long term, except when there is a direct threat to your survival.